From the SoKing Newsroom, here's your weekly local news recap. I'm Stephen Vierre. The City of Des Moines announced September 29th that it plans to install red light photo enforcement cameras at 3 intersections before the end of 2016. The city will install new cameras in the following locations along with the following violation start dates. Eastbound and southbound lanes of Pacific Highway South at South 216th Street effective November 1st. Northbound and southbound lanes of Marine View Drive South at South 216th Street effective December 1st, and southbound and westbound lanes of Pacific Highway South at Kent Des Moines Road effective December 15th. The fine for running a red light at each camera site will be $136, the same as if an officer had written a ticket in person. Prior to issuing violations, the city says it will implement a 30-day introductory period by placing variable message signs at the intersections to alert drivers of the pending photo enforcement. This introductory period will begin 30 days before the activation dates just mentioned. It will provide errant drivers an opportunity to change their driving habits before citations begin. Revenue generated from the automated red light running photo enforcement program will first pay for the equipment through payments to the contractor, American Traffic Solutions. Then it will pay the city's cost of running the program, that is, an officer's time to review the tapes and a court's time to process the infractions. Any remaining revenue will reportedly be used for public safety purposes. Some may remember that the city of Burien tried using red light cameras for about 3 years, but they ultimately discontinued their use in 2012. Details at waterlandblog.com. After a September 26th executive session, the Burien City Council voted 4-3 to have the city attorney prepare a separation agreement for City Manager Cameron Garol, effective the following week. No reason for the firing has been disclosed. Garol was hired by Burien as their city manager in April of 2014. Prior to that time, he had been the assistant city manager and community development director for the city of Sammamish. More at btownblog.com. At their September 27th meeting, the SeaTac City Council made a contract with Highline Public Schools to provide a police resource officer. The officer will work with the Tyee Education Complex and Chinook Middle School for the next 2 school years. SeaTac Police Chief Lisa Mulligan said that having a police officer assigned as a school resource officer helps the police department meet crime fighting and community engagement goals. The council also approved spending $77,000 to build a water retention pond at new Fire Station 45. The pond was reportedly overlooked when the fire station was designed. City staff said that after the fire station was built and placed into operation, it was discovered that what is called the infiltration gallery on the east side of the fire station needed to be redesigned due to changes in the groundwater table. Building the pond will put the property in compliance with city and county rules and keep groundwater on site. Details at seatacblog.com.
Hey everyone, well, it's going to be a little bit of a showery weekend, and so we might want to start pulling out our raincoats and getting ready for that. We do see some showers kind of scattering the area over the weekend. Temperatures mild in the 60s, but possibly some thunder on Saturday. We do see some transition into the next week where we'll see some stronger, more typical fall weather systems come in, bring some rain, possibly some wind, and then we do see possibly even stronger storms the following week, but I'll keep an eye on that and be sure to cover that. Stay tuned to Puget Sound Weather Geek on Facebook and the blog. Thanks for listening.
Time now for The Mayne Problem. Commentary from senior writer Jack Mayne.
What the blazes is going on at Burien City Hall? First, the council voted on September 19 to fire productive and respected economic development manager Dan Trimble. A week later, this past Monday, the council voted 4-3 to fire the city manager, Cameron Garol, after only 2 years in office. No reasons were given to the citizens of Burien. Fired for doing what exactly, asked a B-Town blog reader. Many readers had similar reactions, and none of the readers commenting on the story about the Garol firing agreed with the council's action. Another blog reader said, transparency seems to be a government's go-to word whenever they attempt to cover up. It's obvious the council is perpetuating the we know better than the public so we just do what we want system. Still another said, very curious about what exactly happened, and I'm more concerned about the short, long-term management of our city. One citizen said, I attend the council meetings. The problem I have seen is that the council is not giving clear direction to staff. Another said, On every occasion, I have received quick and courteous replies. And better yet, Goral addressed every concern and often went the extra step to fix the problems I was writing about. If this isn't the sign of a good city manager, what is? Another said, a very sad day for Burien. The city leaders just lost one of the most dedicated and honest and least self-serving public servants they will ever be able to attract. They lost Cameron Goral at their own hand and will only discover the ramifications of their action as the future for this troubled city unfolds. Then a B-Town blog reader hit what we think is the major point. What qualified candidate is going to apply for this position when the last 3 city managers have been forced out? Transparency in city government? Apparently not so much in Burien, said another reader. We add here that the council owes the citizens a reason why these actions were taken, and taken in such a secretive manner. The executive session where the council can deliberate in secret appears to have been abused here. Certainly, some parts of any employee firing needs to be kept confidential, but when a series of apparent blunders happen, the public needs some response. Remember, the bosses are the citizens of Burien, not a forceful segment of the Burien City Council.
In the final take, the B-Town blog's headline states, Burien bikini bar burglar busted. Okay. It seems that on the evening of September 22nd, the Ladybug Espresso stand in the 15800 block of 1st Avenue South in Burien was burgled. Around 11 p.m., a witness called 911 after seeing a man kick in a door on the bikini coffee stand. The suspect was seen running away with what was described as a cash register. King County Sheriff's deputies arrived quickly and they stopped and detained a person matching the description of the suspect. The stolen device was found hidden in some bushes near where the suspect was apprehended. Surveillance photos from the burglary confirmed that police had the right guy, who was described as a 28-year-old Seattle man. He was subsequently arrested for investigation of commercial burglary and booked into the King County Jail. According to the B-Town blog, the business was formerly known as Honey Buns. It must have been a bakery then. Stephen Vierre, Soaking, Internet Radio News.
Soaking News was created based on a generous grant from JLab's Encore Media Entrepreneurs Program, supported with funding from the Ethics and Excellence in Journalism Foundation and the Nicholas B. Ottaway Foundation.